Alright, real quick, before we get started, on my second channel where a majority of my power scaling versus videos will now go, once the New Year starts coming around, and especially now I'm getting videos out every day there, I just dropped the Star Wars Inverse matchup. It was super dope. Qui-Gon Jinn versus Savage Opress. Definitely go check it out. It was a banger for sure, but today is a Goon video that we're charging to the game. This is strictly for the culture. We are bringing Frank Castle, the Punisher, to the Goon series. This is a bunch of moments that are hilarious from Punisher and just savage moments where he's smoking his ops. So if you like content like this, if you love the Goon series, the Jobber series, and all the other content I make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so we can continue to grow as a channel. But getting back to this, I'm going to start off. I hope you guys enjoy, and without further ado, let's begin. So, first Goon moment we're going to talk about for Punisher is when, by the way, there's obviously going to be a part 2. Try to get it to 750 likes, because that would be amazing, but I'm making a part 2, to be honest. Too many moments. Anyways, this is the time he put the Russian on a t-shirt. If you don't know who the Russian is, he is a massive ass mafia hitman and goon for them. Pulls up on Punisher, right? Rocks him. They start brawling. In a random pop-up fight, the bigger man, who's skilled as well, is usually favored, right? So he starts winning the exchange. In fact, his ops, Punisher's ops, thought he was dead when the Russian pulled up. But we see later, Punisher comes back. He is fucked up, but he's holding the skull of the Russian. And he said, bitch, this is who you sent? This is your big dog? Send someone better. And it's just one of the infinite moments where Punisher has to vibe check the opposition. Next, the time Punisher, I do believe this was from the Garth Ennis run. If you don't know, Garth Ennis is pretty much considered the GOAT rider of Punisher. And this is the time he had to pull up on a polar bear. So this is from when Punisher was chasing someone down, and he sees someone is in the pit, right? Punisher hops down. Punisher sees the polar bear. He's like, oh, polar bears, they're cute, they're fluffy, they're animals that, people tend to love and, idolize. And he's like, damn that right hook, bitch. Throws out a massive hook and stuns the shit out of the polar bear. The polar bear is like, what the hell's going on? And Frank just dips. He's like, yeah, you're not doing me dirty, bitch. Take this furball, and just rocks his ass. Next, the time he bamboozled and put Daredevil in a horrible position. So, Daredevil, who's no bitch himself, like, he's got hands for sure, pulls up on Punisher, right? And Punisher's like, yo, real talk, I'm sick of you pulling up and trying to ruin my day because I'm getting a bucket. And he starts scrapping with Daredevil. During the fight, of course, Punisher was ready for this, gets the drop on Daredevil. And Daredevil comes around to see he's tied up with a gun. And Punisher's like, yo, bitch, there's one bullet in that gun. If you really want me to stop me as bad as you say you want to stop me from fading my ops, shoot me. If you won't, shut up, because you're not about it. And dips. Just thugs Daredevil, and you'll see he has a bunch of interactions with Spider-Man and Daredevil that gets on this list, but he is quite brutal when it comes to Daredevil. Next, this time we find out Punisher's low-key Hawkeye with it. So, he's in the trenches, right? And if you don't know this, this is kind of can be expected, but he's most famous for getting his stripes in Vietnam and in the jungles. So, he's in the jungles for this story, and people start dropping from arrows to the eye. And immediately you're thinking, oh, Bullseye's out here or Hawkeye's out here. Someone that would do shit like that. Nope. That boy Frank picked up the bow and was Hawkeye with the shot. He was Curry from deep. It was horrible. You see people getting sniped and headshotted everywhere, and we found out he really is nasty when it comes to the trick shots with the bow. Next moment occurs because, of course, sometimes with Frank, good guys try to press him because he does hood rat shit. It is what it is. Frank's one of the only ones that actually handles his ops, and as a result, some superheroes take that a certain way. And we've seen plenty of instances where he's had to scrap superheroes. One of these instances includes when he got in a scrap with Iron Fist, had to punch him off him, and then Hawkeye blasted him. Now, the funny part about this is when Hawkeye pops Punisher and electrocutes him with his trick arrow, he literally goes, yo. That shit's designed to one-tap elephants. What the hell is your problem? And Punisher's like, kiss my ass, and just starts trying to blitz him. Like, the toughness of Punisher has left us some hilarious moments because a lot of characters don't know how to deal with him because he's not a normal human. The bro doesn't stop. So just getting him to stop is out of the question. Next is another hilarious moment with Iron Fist during one fight, right? Punisher gets hit by the Iron Fist. If you guys don't know, it's a chi punch. Really fucking hurts. Like, he's punched gods with it and shit, right? Rocks Punisher, you know what? Punisher's like, you know what, bitch? You want to square up like that? Pulls a big-ass knife out. This is funny because pulling a knife on Iron Fist is hilarious given what's in his hands, right? Like, he has such better weapons than a knife, and he's like, yo, you're pulling a knife on me? And Punisher's like, are you still pulling those magic hands, bitch? And they just start scrapping. Just the fact he was pressing him with a knife because he was sick of Iron Fist being sneaky with the chi punches was comedy. Next, the time B-list Avengers hella guessed it. So, as you guys know, Punisher doesn't really fuck with B-listers, right? Like, you gotta be an A-lister, if not S tier, to even pull up on him and try to fuck with him. If not, he's just gonna prep time your dumb ass. Well, he gets pulled up on by basically alternate Avengers, right? These aren't the normal Avengers. And they're like, Punisher, we're going to bring you in. He's like, don't be dumb. Gets into a scrap with this, with the future team, right? And he takes hits from like an alternate Thor. He's going back and forth with Cap. All this. He's lighting them up. He's throwing bombs. He's doing wild shit. Lights up She-Hulk. All this. They end up going, yo, I'm going to be real. We weren't prepared for what this boy's got and what he's willing to do. And they had to let Punisher run off because he was too dangerous. Because he was just throwing wild shit at them and they didn't know what to do. So yeah, if you're not the real Avengers, kiss his ass. Don't pull up on Punisher. Next, he gets into another fight with Daredevil in which he has to humble the blind lawyer. So Daredevil pulls up again, right? And Punisher's like, bro, this man's always trying to save a hoe. Like, he's Captain Save a Bitch. Punisher's not with that. He's like, look, bro, I'm fading ops. I'm going to handle them just like I got to handle you now. And starts going back and forth with Daredevil and pops him. Daredevil's like, yo, this boy's low-key too quick. I can't do shit about it. Punisher gets the drop on him, pops him, and hits him with a tranquilizer. And the other dude's like, oh shit, what's going on? And he's like, yo, I just blitzed Daredevil, bitch, and you're about to get the same work. And Daredevil's just confused because he's like, bro, I think I just got mauled. And yeah, you did, dummy. Don't pull up on Punisher. Next, alright, so if you guys go peep the Kingpin video, go peep Goon, Jobber videos, all that. I've mentioned the time Kingpin got his cheeks taken in the shower, right? Happens. It is what it is, you know. He got all the families back, literally folded them all, but still, cheeks taken, happens. Well, Punisher's in Rikers, right? Messed up a dude named Injun Joe, really bodied him. Punisher's in the showers, you know, he's naked, ass out, all that. These dudes pull up on him. They have hella weapons. They're like, yo, what's up, tall guy? And I was like, this is already mad sus. And he's like, yo, are you with Injun Joe? And they were like, yeah, we're his homies. We're here to fuck you up. And Punisher's like, bet, bitch. Bro, butt-ass naked, smokes all their packs, just bodies them all. It was horrible. Dude literally just had a towel. They all had weapons. He's naked. Proceeds to fold them when they had to drop on him when he was butt-ass naked in the showers. Absolutely horrifying what Punisher does to his ops and the levels he takes when it comes to embarrassing them. Next, the time that he bodied Cap. I don't care what anybody says, this was a bad look for Cap. The reason I say this is because of how athletic Cap is, all the W's he has, especially classic Captain America was out here doing wild shit. Well, he runs into Punisher, and Punisher and him already have a complicated history and past and working relationship because Punisher respects Captain because he's a symbol for America and their military. And as we know, Punisher's a soldier first. Like, it is what it is. He served first. That's what it was. Cap sees him as a psycho. So it's a weird dynamic. Like, he does respect. Obviously, everyone respects Frank to a certain degree, but thinks he's crazy. Justified. I mean, the dude does kill, average a triple-double in kills every day, but regardless, doesn't trust him. So they get into a scrap, right? And not only does Punisher hold his own, he talks shit while he catches Cap's shield with his foot and plants it on the ground. And Cap's like, dude, not even 1 in 1,000 men could try some shit like that. And Punisher was like, look, bro, you're one of the GOATs. You're the big dog. You're Cap. Everyone respects you, but fuck off, my guy. I have the GAT. I have my ops. I need to fade them. No reason for us to beef. I respect you. But if you pull up, you know, the work is the work. So relax. And just the fact he was vibe checking Cap so confidently was comedy. Alright, this next one is rough and one of his most brutal on here for part 1, but you're going to have to hang with me. So, of course, Punisher has a lot of ops. Men, women, young, old. If you do the dirt, he's going to get dirty murking you, right? Now, the vibe check applied here was to a mob lady. Mob ladies in Punisher comics are some of the most horrifying women. They are in real life too. But some of the most horrifying women because they're so vile, evil, and will do anything to you and have their people do anything to you under the guise of them being women, right? They're like, oh no, we're sweet late. No, they will murk you. Punisher walks up in this old ass lady's party. Sorry for any noise in the background, by the way, dumbass dogs. But anyways, he rocks her shit, right? Pops her, walks in her birthday and pops her. Then walks out and he's like, look, this whole room's finna be shook for a few seconds. Then they'll respond and they'll want their shit back in blood. So he pops her and he walks out and he's counting to himself. Walks out, goes and grabs a big ass M60. Turns around and when everybody files out to run his fade, he lights them up like a damn Christmas tree. I'm talking butchers over 40 people at this old lady's birthday party because she had dirt on her hands. Don't fuck with Punisher, dog. He's gonna murk you no matter the gender or age. This man is an equal opportunist when it comes to the fade. Like, it's horrible. Next, the time... Well, okay, first of all, I don't know if Garth Ennis has personal beef with Wolverine, but he shits on him all the time when he writes Punisher, and it's comedy. But one of these was, they were hanging out, right? They were running a fade together, and Punisher's like, look, Wolverine, you're an idiot. You have, like, backwoods logic. You're holding the team down. This shit's going to be way easier without you. And Wolverine's like, what? Punisher turns around and shoots him in the dick. That's right, shot his dick off and was like, look, bro, you have a healing factor. That shit will grow back, but the bag won't grow back, and you always fumble. I don't want to fumble the bag, so I'm going to go get it. You stay here. And left nut-shotted Wolverine in the fetal position. F in the chat for Wolverine's balls. Next, let's talk about how wild shit gets when Frank gets into fantasy medieval mode, alright? So, Frank at one point was going on this like Kratos God of War style rampage throughout the realms. And he was doing this, butchering and basically shitting on anyone related to, or like relating to Malekith and his movement. And at one point, Punisher's like, yo, when I'm going on this holy war, just butchering ops throughout the universe, throughout reality, all this shit, throughout different realms, I'm doing so because I don't want them ever thinking Earth is sweet. This shit is not sweet. They can't come to our planet because we'll run their shit. And he's like, yo, if the Avengers had done shit like this, just run up on people and rock their shit, no one would fuck with Earth. Earth would be safe because they would know how real we are. And that was his logic in this. And he would, dude, he would be so terrifying if he had a god position because he's smiting everybody. But yeah, he was just running around folding everybody related to Malekith in the beef. Next, we saw that when it comes to fight or flight, Punisher airs that shit out every time. No running. So, one of the funnier examples was when frost giants were pulling up. Now, for most humans, when beings from a different realm or dimension, sometimes even extra-dimensional beings, creatures of mythology and legend, like the mythic frost giants, pull up, you'd be in shock. You'd be like, yo, we need some superheroes. You know what Punisher said? Let me get my fucking strap. And just starts blasting away. This dude's like, yo, these are people that have pulled up on us before. This shit is not a game. I'm running everybody's fade. We see him running through portals, literally running fades against the Giants by himself because he doesn't take disrespect on his turf. Next, one of the most brutal W's from Punisher, and it was against, I believe, a Dark Elf. So he's fighting this Dark Elf. I already told you about his wild-ass God of War type rampage. And he's looking for answers. He's trying to find his ops. He beats the shit out of this Dark Elf so bad, he literally just mutilates and crushes his skull with straight-up headbutts with his war helmet on. And he's like, yo, give me answers, bitch. I'm like, yo, you turned his brains to juice, bitch. Like, he can't give you you fucked him up. He can't talk. Punisher's horrible about that. He really does jack people up. But yeah, this moment, him just headbutting a Dark Elf just into abyss was wild. Next, obviously, legendary moment. And you know, throughout my Punisher videos, I will be spreading out the legendary moments. I'm not going to put every iconic moment in the same video, but he has so many, so it's all good. But this one's legendary. This was when he pulled up on Ghost Rider, and Ghost Rider had to learn that shit was not sweet. So, if you guys don't know, Ghost Rider has the Spirit of Vengeance. This is an angel or a redeeming spirit. Spirit of Vengeance sent by God, and it's used to judge, right? And the penance stare has even worked on high-tier God-type beings. And basically, everything wrong you've done, you're subjected to, the killings, murders, all these horrible sins on the soul, you're subjected to, and it's terrible, the effects, right? Punisher runs up on Ghost Rider. They start going back and forth. Punisher gets caught, and Ghost Rider tries to penance stare him. And Punisher's looking at him. Ghost Rider's like, why is it not working? And all you see Punisher say is, I regret nothing, bitch. Fuck my ops. And Ghost Rider was so shook, bro. That shit was crazy. Not only did he have Ghost Rider shook, he beat his ass. That's right. Punisher got the drop on him, got the W, folded him, and was like, yeah, bitch, I regret nothing. Not even God's going to make me feel sorry for my ops. One of the coldest moments we've ever seen in comics. Next, another one of those B-list moments I told you about. If you're a B-lister, if you're a knockoff, don't pull up on Punisher. That shit's disrespectful to the brand, okay? He deals with big dogs. I'm talking about when Falcon pulled up as Captain America, right? This is why this shit was such an L for Falcon. Falcon pulled up and started talking shit. He was like, yo, I'm Cap now, guess what? We don't like what you represent. You're such a hateful, horrible person. You're a murderer. You're a psychopath. I can't believe anyone calls you hero. I can't believe anyone respects you. And Punisher's like, good thing no one asked you, stupid bitch. Throws a grenade and rocks Falcon, puts him down, and he's like, bro, I could really fuck your life out, but I don't want to. But you need to relax talking shit about the brand because I'm the GOAT. So shut your mouth and dips. But yeah, B-list Captain America, a.k.a. Captain Falcon, couldn't do shit. Yeah, no. Disrespect to the OG Captain Falcon, but it was a bar I thought off the top of my head. Kiss my ass, alright? I was trying to rap. But anyways, getting back to the next moment. Like I said, Punisher, he's vibe checked gods, all this stuff before, but this was hilarious because he was getting a weapon to deal with someone else, supposedly, right? And this angel was talking greasy. He's like, yo, Only creatures like the Ghost Rider, whose powers are tied to the divine, can be killed by something that comes from the beyond. You need a weapon from the beyond. Here's Mephisto's blade. That counts. And he's looking at, Punisher's looking at the angel, right? And the angel's like talking shit. He's like, oh, look at you, another human falling in line. And Punisher was like, no, actually, I was trying to see how this shit works on you. And the angel's like, what? Punisher proceeds to just chop him. Pulled up on him, ran his shit with the sword instantly. The fact he's just swinging on angels like that is wild as shit. Next, this is a funny one because you always hear the argument about, like, Spider-Man holds back, right? Spider-Man's never trying. Spider-Man doesn't use his real strength. Cool. I was under the impression that the fan base conceded Superior Spider-Man is the Spider-Man that doesn't hold back. Alright guys, my damn recording keeps getting interrupted. So much shit keeps popping up, but going back to Superior Spider-Man, he's supposed to be Wild Octavius controlled Spider-Man, not holding back, right? He pulls up on Punisher, and he's like, yo, this is the last time you're gonna fuck with my shit. Punisher pieces his shit up. And he was like, yo, Spider-Man, real shit. I heard about the massacre. I heard about all these problems you've been causing. I hear about all the wild shit you've been doing. It's cool you're trying to make a lifestyle change to be a savage, but just know I invented that shit. And my advice, cut it out, because it's going to lead to a definite L. So stop that shit. Next, this is actually something I owned for years. Punisher's journal from when World War Hulk invaded, right? If you remember, World War Hulk was pissed about his planet situation when he got displaced and it blew up after he started over and shit. He was heated, came back, brought an army, was ready to wage war on the humans, right? Well, Punisher is fighting these aliens, right? And he's like, yo, I need an upgrade. Basically gets Venom Tech upgrade, runs around in the symbiote, starts beating the shit out of Hulk's army. I'm talking about dog walking his army, and just the L's he was handing out with the Venom suit was so badass, and it made sense that Punisher would be an absolute savage in that kind of outfit. So yeah, just him beating the shit out of Hulk's army and going on a one-man rampage was crazy. Now, final one we're going to end off with, because I realize this is a long video and I have so many moments, so I'm just probably going to drop part 2 in a few days. Again, hit the like button for that. His beef with Manucci. This got mad disrespectful. Manucci was one of those crime bosses for the mafia. Bitch was crazy. She beefs with Frank, obviously, because of what he does. They go back and forth. And in this beef, he gets beat up, she gets fucked up, but she loses her limbs at one point. She loses arms and legs, right? She doesn't care. She's like, yo, I respect Manucci. She's a savage. She was like, I'm gonna fucking kill him no matter what. Throws herself out the window while she was burning, right? And was like, I'm gonna kill you, Frank, no matter what it takes. Like, fuck this, you gotta die. She crawls up. She crawls up to Punisher and starts biting him, talking shit. And he just punts the bitch. He punts the crippled bitch into the fire, and she burns. It was so rough. But the fact she was running up on him with no limbs, and he just punts her bitch ass for her troubles, hell of a way to end this video. If you can't tell by now, Punisher's a tier 4 goon. This man beasts with everybody. This man's bullying your favorite heroes, all with a Glock in hand. If you want part 2, run the likes up. I'll gladly drop that bitch within a few days. But anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. It's been your boy Jobbers and Goons, and I will see y'all later. Peace.